What up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're back out in the garage. We're working on the 2006 Corvette. I'm gonna go ahead and do an oil change on the car as well as look at the radio. So when we got the car, I did an aftermarket radio in it because I wanted a touchscreen radio. Well, since then, whenever we hit a bump or if you're just going down the road, occasionally we get a lot of static coming through the speakers. And well, kind of with everybody's car, if you kind of learn how to get it to go away. So what I normally do is I hit the side of the radio as hard as I can and then it goes away. Well, I don't want to break anything now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the center dash, which actually is a lot of work, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of like a how-to video on pulling that center piece out and then pulling the radio and seeing if we can't figure out if there's a wire that might be touching or it might be squished and it's causing that static. So we're going to go ahead and try to do that as well. So we do have the car up on the car lift, which makes doing this oil change a lot easier because the oil filter on this car is on the bottom of the engine. I got my boy Jacob here, which is going to be helping me with this. And then I have Miss Katie. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is get underneath of this car and unscrew the oil plug on the bottom of the engine, and I will show you where that's at, and drain that oil and pull the oil filter on that. So let me go ahead and get underneath of the car and show you guys what that looks like. Bottom side of the engine, we do have the oil filter here as well as the oil plug. This is what I was talking about having a car lift for. It makes this situation so much easier so that I don't have to jack it up as high to get to this. What we're gonna go ahead and do is take a 13mm socket, or in this case, an open end wrench. Gonna open this up and see if we can get it into this pan. I've never done an oil change on a car lift before, so I don't know how well this is gonna come out. Hopefully I don't get it all over the place, and then we can just get that oil filter swapped out. Missed the pan just a little bit, but it still worked out better than I expected it to. So I went ahead and I did put the oil plug back in. It's not tight, but I did put it back in. It was still dripping just a little bit, but I went ahead and put that back in. We did go ahead and loosen the oil filter because it was on there pretty tight. Gonna go ahead and try to unscrew it now.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I would have thought it would have been empty. Well, that makes it a little bit harder to grab a hold of. I still got it though. Okay. A little bit of oil didn't, well, no, it does actually. Got oil all the way over there.
All right guys, so we did decide to go ahead and do a Mobile 1 filter. It had an AC Delco on it because I took it to the shop last time and that's what brand they put on it, which is the OEM brand. But I do really like Mobile 1. I run Mobile 1 on my F-150 and well, that's what Walmart carries. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some new oil on the seal of the new filter and then be able to screw that on. Now you do have to put oil on this seal, and I even like getting it kind of all around the top and in the threads. it doesn't hurt just having a little bit too much on it. You can't really have too much on it. So I'm gonna go ahead, and what you wanna do is make sure that the old seal from the oil filter has been removed, and I like wiping that stuff off, all the extra oil as well. You don't wanna put two seals on top of each other, they will leak. My hand's a little slippery now from the oil, but you just wanna make it hand tight, and then I like turning it like one extra turn, or maybe half a turn actually is about what that was. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten up this plug as well. And there we go. Gonna wipe it off. And that is everything that is needing to be done on the bottom side of this car. So now we're gonna go ahead and head up and work on the engine bay. That showed it was at the full line.
Just drink some of the fire sauce.
This looks like it's in the right spot. It's at the top of the third line.
That's just the safe line, and it's on 3, so it's safe.
Safe. Okay, so we ended up putting 5. I mean, you never get the full amount out of it, so it was probably 6. And then, like I told Mason, that we never get everything out of the oil or out of the engine, so 5 should be fine. All right, guys, so now that we have the oil change, we're gonna go ahead and start the vehicle and scoot it up a little bit, and then we're gonna pull the top off of
Start
this.
the whipperino.
We're gonna pull the top off and then see if we can't start
Get lit?
Kind of. We might
Get lit.
be getting lit later. But yeah, go ahead and then try to pull out that dash and see if we can't get the radio
Oh,
out.
man, that's not lit at all. This one.
It's real lit. All right, I'm about to head out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pop the top just so we can get a little bit more ease of access, and so we can also set the camera up to be able to see it a little bit easier. So Jacob, you grab it in the front, pull a little bit forward. You know what? I forgot to hook it in the back.
I'm trying to break the whip.
Put the top back down. There we go. Oh, I forgot. It's winter. We ain't done this in a minute. All right, there we go. Go back here. We gotta open the trunk. Set the back end. I think you set the front end first. Goes that way. There we go. You got your front end?
Yeah.
There we go. And so now we bring the camera around, and you can see a little bit more of the radio. All right, so when we have the radio on, and like I said, if we're going down the road, occasionally it comes on, but just about every time we hit a bump, the radio will start making a static noise all the way around. What I normally have to do is hit here pretty hard, and then it goes away for a while. If I turn the radio off, it goes away as well. So we're thinking it's either a ground, it's interference, or something like that. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is pull this outer center dash piece. Got to remove the center console lid. We have to pull it around this. It takes a little bit of effort, but we're going to go ahead and get into it and show you guys along the way. Okay, so
I'm here to save the day.
how does that camera look?
Be alright.
Okay. All right, so now that we're inside the vehicle, hopefully this camera angle allows you guys to see it. We kind of just propped it up on the back of the car. I've done this before, like 2-3 times since I redid that. So I'm going to try to remember how to do this from memory. I do know a couple of my tabs are broken, so mine may come out easier than your guys's. I believe there's 2 screws in the back of this center console. I believe this is the side that's broken.
Okay, so I got like 3/8. I got a 3/8 nut on the back of that. I believe I have to pop this center piece out. And I believe there's 2 tiny screws in there. Yeah, those are 9/32. Okay, so we got those 2 out. I think we have to pop this piece up now. And again, I think mine's like beat to hell. And that's why I have to pull it off the boot. There we go. And then I have my iPhone cable. There's some screws over here. Yep. Okay, is that the small ones again? Yeah. Just 1 or 2 screws. Okay, so we do have 2 screws on the passenger side. Again, I don't know how well you guys can see that. Alright. Yeah, I think this is where the key comes in. No, hold on. This is pulling the side piece off. Is it? Yeah. Yeah, I think we can work on it. Pull it, shift it back. Okay, and then I don't remember how we. Gotta shift it in the car. Or maybe we just. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then it's like 25 pieces that gotta come out at once. These look like they should be coming out in separate pieces. Hold on. I believe there's a plug. Yeah, we just unplugged something. It looks like it's this way. Yeah. I don't see a connection. Or it plugs in it. I know there's one of these that I could not get removed last time. Okay, so we got that one. Alright, there's one up here. Don't know the traction control. Yeah, there's one. And then there's one up here. Can you see the buttons on the top? There we go. Okay, and then I want to say, yeah, there's one over here that just will not come out. So before I just let it sit there, and it was easy enough. That one will come out, but this one won't. You don't have to worry about breaking it. You can just let it sit. We have a little bit of trash just sitting in here.
Okay, so that is how you get to this.
Okay, you have that drill? No. Thank you. I believe you actually have to pull. I believe you have to pull the climate control as well. Okay. Yeah, the climate control has to come out first. So, when I bought the dash kit, it wasn't clear and it didn't want to hook up to my radio correctly. Because it was really made for like a true double den. So yeah, I ended up, I think, like running a random screw in here just so it would never dip. And I mean, there's a chance that was the real problem. I actually have it taped in here. As well as like 1 screw. Yeah, there's 1 screw on each side and then it's taped. And then I had to do the aftermarket thing, whatever that's called. Yeah, it was a nightmare. And then I had to buy the antenna adapter. Can you check to make sure this camera's still going? Okay. Alright. Yeah, but I nicely wired all my wires in. This goes to a microphone that I don't know if we ever use. I don't know what all this is though. Key 1, key 2, I don't remember what this is. Hopefully this doesn't like get plugged in anywhere. But I'm not really seeing any reason for the radio to be doing that. I guess I don't need to hold that anymore. What do we have down here? I guess that again doesn't, I forget what that does. So maybe it was just that we had some stuff pushed in here. I mean, the best I can do is kind of just, I don't really just want to tuck it back in, but I'm happy with what I'm doing. I mean, I got a couple of these open end ones, maybe that was part of it. Maybe if I just stuff them in the middle. And then I have this microphone. Not where I had it before, but that works better. I mean, that's even if the volume was on or off, if it was like turned all the way down, it would still make the noise. But again, I mean, it would just be, it would come and go, so. No, you can leave it. Well, so I guess for the moment, we basically, the hope is that I moved something around enough that it won't do it anymore. That was fun, wasn't it? All that just to move a few wires around. I mean, I unscrewed that one screw from the radio. I mean, it was on that side, so I mean, there's a chance that that screw was maybe coming in contact with a piece of the metal, and maybe that's what it was doing. I mean, why is this not solid? That one's not. I mean, you took it off. No, I took it off back here. I mean, this one's not doing anything. I mean, I can screw it on that one. No, that doesn't get touched to that. It's been broken. Well, but then you will see it through the dash. This you never see, and it's glued in, or it feels like it's glued in. Yeah. Yep. And we never figured out where that went to, did we? No? I guess let's just try to hit you in the face. Alright, so what do we got in this one? These wires. Yeah. So I got this wire that is acting like it didn't have anywhere to go. Okay? Alright, so what do we got? We got a cigarette plug that has to be plugged in. Okay, cigarettes in. We got our flashers. Okay, those are in. Is that everything? Still got a bunch of wires. Well, you know what? Probably shouldn't have snapped that in until we had this back in place. So, I was mistaken. You did not have to have the key to get this in. Yeah, it needs to be ran. Basically, that's how I had it. Something's still just not sitting right. Better. This is right here. Is that how we had it? I don't know. I don't want it to like cut it. Maybe I just had it laying through here. Okay. Yeah, probably just had it laying. I mean, I guess it's all the way down. There are two screws over here? Yes, that's what those went to up there. These ones? Yep. And so we don't know where that one went, but I had everything hooked up. So there's that. Probably you could just put it on. Sorry. Does that look right? It's a little like it's. Okay, so there we have it. Let's put it back together. Think you fixed it? Possibly. I mean, the only way to know is to drive it out a few more days and see if it comes back. And if it does, then we take it apart again and we do something different.
The hustle. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching up to this point. Definitely leave a like down below and please subscribe. We have a lot more things coming.
If you guys don't subscribe, you miss it out.
Yeah.
Okay? No, we're gonna have some cool stuff coming. I've been trying to convince him to take these stupid mufflers off since he's got in the car. But he's like, no, it's too loud. My neighbors won't like it. The neighbor is gonna complain. Well, take them off, okay?
In the next video, what I am debating doing is removing the mufflers, or not removing them, but unbolting them. And then if it doesn't sound terrible, we can leave it, but if it is too loud, go ahead and bolt it back up. So Mason was showing me, you called them what, valves? Exhaust valves? So basically they're a wide pipe and you have a remote or a controller that opens and closes it. So basically when it's closed, it goes through the stock mufflers.
Yep.
When you open it, it basically becomes straight piped or wherever you put it along the system. So we are talking about trying this out. So stay tuned for that video, and thank you guys so very much for watching us, and we will catch you next time.